If you're already an enrolled Medicaid home care provider in Ohio, you actually need to know about this because it could work in your favor. Ohio has paused new provider enrollment for home care through at least November 14th. So for the next few months, new agencies aren't coming into the market. Instead of looking at that as just another Medicaid update, look at it as a window of opportunity. If you're already enrolled, you have a few months where you can focus on growing without new agencies constantly entering the space. So let's talk about exactly where to focus your attention right now. Basically, this update means the number of agencies competing for clients isn't growing right now. You're not having a brand new agency open down the street and start going after the same referrals, clients, and caregivers that you're trying to reach. Now, that doesn't mean the competition disappears entirely. You still have to run a good agency and market yourself, but it does give you a little breathing room to build stronger referral relationships, improve your visibility, and get your staffing in a better place before enrollment opens back up. So don't think of this as, okay, we have to survive until November. Think of it as, how much stronger can we make our agency between now and then? There are 3 areas to focus on: referrals, online visibility, and staffing. First, we'll talk about referrals. For most home care agencies, referrals are still one of the biggest sources of new clients. And those leads usually come in with a little more trust already built in than somebody who just randomly found you online. The goal is simple. Become one of the agencies your referral partners think of first. Discharge planners, case managers, and social workers are busy people. When they have somebody who needs services, they're not usually sitting there researching 50 different agencies. They have a handful of providers they know, trust, and know will actually respond. You want to be on that short list. Start getting actual names and contacts at the hospitals, rehab facilities, senior communities, AAAs, and other organizations around you. Don't just keep calling the general department number. When somebody sends you a referral, respond quickly. Even if you can't take the case, communicate that quickly too. People remember the agency that actually even answers them. Then, once you do accept a referral, follow up afterwards. It can literally just be a quick message letting them know the client was contacted, services started, or whatever the outcome was. I know it sounds small, but it really does build a lot of trust. Now they know when they send someone your way, you're actually going to handle it. Second, make sure people can actually find you online. The moratorium doesn't change Google. Families are still searching things like home care near me, Medicaid home care, personal care services, and whatever else it is that they need. Go look at your Google business profile and your website and act like you're a potential client seeing it for the very first time. Is your phone number right? Are your hours right? Is your service area accurate? Do you actually have all your services listed? Have you uploaded any recent photos? Does the profile even look active, or does it look like nobody has touched it in 2 years? Then start looking at your reviews. And don't wait 3 months after somebody has had a good experience to ask for a review. Ask while they're still happy. Maybe a family member just told you how much they love their caregiver. That's the moment you should ask for a review. And make it easy on them. Send them directly where they need to go with a link instead of saying, hey, if you get a chance, look us up on Google. The easier you make it, the more likely they are to actually leave the review. The last one is staffing, and this might actually be the most important part. Getting more referrals doesn't help very much if you don't have caregivers available to take the cases. A lot of agencies are already turning away clients because they simply don't have enough staff. So before you go all in trying to bring in more business, make sure you can actually service it. Start with caregiver referrals. Your current caregivers honestly probably know other caregivers. Make it worth their time to send good people to you, and make sure your team actually knows you have a referral program if you have one. Then you'll probably want to start tightening up your first 90 days because that's where agencies lose a lot of their caregivers. Somebody gets hired, then sent out to a client, and then basically doesn't hear from the office unless there's some sort of problem. It doesn't have to be complicated. Call them on day 1 and check in after their first week, after their first month, and again around their 90-day mark. And maybe consider giving them a little bonus around that time as well. Ask how the client is going, if the schedule is working, and if there's anything that they could use help on. Those conversations take a few minutes, but they can make a huge difference in whether somebody actually feels connected to your agency. So, if you're already enrolled as an Ohio Medicaid home care provider, don't just hear moratorium and move on. Try to use this window to your advantage. Strengthen your referral relationships, make sure families can find you online, and get your staffing strong enough that when more clients come in, you can actually say yes to them. November is going to get here either way. The goal is to make sure your agency doesn't look the exact same as when it started. Use these next few months to become easier to refer to, easier to find, and better staffed than you are today. And if you're a home care provider and you want more practical Medicaid and agency growth updates like this, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.